Well, that's disappointing in a way tonight, but some positives obviously in that second half with a couple of goals and obviously a few debuts. But yeah, it was a little bit chaotic, which maybe it was going to be with the changes. But yeah, how do you feel after that?
I was really disappointed with the first half. We had a very frank discussion at half time. I thought it was embarrassing, our intensity, our desire. We looked like we didn't want to be here. So there's a few choice words at half time because that's not a Sheffield United performance in the first half, and they deserve to be 3-0 down. Three terrible goals to concede. And it was a case of, can we restore a little bit of pride individually and collectively, which I thought we did in the second half. I thought we were really good, which almost makes the first half more frustrating, given how easy it was to kind of flick that switch and add the level of intensity. And they got the rewards in the second half. It was unfortunate kind of early on to go 4 down because it was a deflected goal that was kind of from nothing. But down the other end, we've created loads of chances. We've scored 2 good goals. Missed a penalty, should have had another penalty. So yeah, it's a strange one. I'm leaving satisfied in some aspects, but our overall performance still was nowhere near where I want it to be.
I mean, we can't ignore obviously there was a lot of debuts handed out tonight. Chloe obviously made her debut from the start. There was a lot more came on obviously in the second half, couple in there obviously that you would have worked with in the PGA team last year. Yeah, how pleasing was it to get all of them on and see a couple of them, made a real impact as well when they came on?
Yeah, I was pleased with the 2 girls that started, Chloe and Ruby. Chloe especially, I don't think has played since the PGA Cup final last year. She's been out for a long time, so to play 90 minutes, I thought she did well. Ruby as well in the middle of the park added loads of energy. So I was pleased with those. And then the girls that came on, I thought Emmy came on at half time and gave us what we didn't have in the first half, which was plenty of energy, plenty of desire, ran some channels, won the penalty, and has had a great contribution. So I'm pleased with those guys. We know what this competition is for us. It's an opportunity to give them exposure against championship opposition. What they got today, there was no rotation from Blackburn. That was a championship team, so it was great for them to be able to test themselves and for us to be able to look at them and see how far away they are from competing week in, week out.
Well, there is a reality to that as well, is that with the injuries that we've got at the moment, obviously we don't know how we'll look when we come back in a month's time, but some of these players at the minute are going to be, they're putting themselves in the window to compete for first team places.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's why, again, I was disappointed in the first half because there's some players in the first half of the game that are in the exact same position. So there's no dead rubbers, if you like, for us and our players. I told them at half time, every time you put on a Sheffield United shirt, we expect a certain level of performance, and we didn't hit that in the first half, and we did it in the second half, which is pleasing. Yeah, absolutely. We're never afraid of giving young players a chance when they're ready. We've got a good academy underneath us. Pete's doing a great job at the under-21s. So we know that if first team performance levels dip or we have opportunities to bring those players in, first of all, we'll do it. And second of all, they've proven that they can make an impact.
The year's obviously done now with that game tonight. It's been a fast and frantic 14 games since Durham away in September. A lot of ups and downs. How do you reflect on it?
Yeah, it's been a real challenge, a challenge we expected. When I kind of reflect all the way back in August, September, it's probably where I thought we would be. We've shown moments of real quality. We're in pretty good form in the games running up to this. We up until now we had a decent run away from home. We know we've got some important games to come back in the second half of the season, and we'll certainly be ready for it when we come back.
When we do come back, obviously I know we've spoken about this, but the transfer window will be open. We know we're a little bit thin. We were probably thin anyway before these injuries, and whilst maybe there'll be a couple back in January, are you hopeful of being able to add and that maybe the squad depth will look a little bit different by those games?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, we're being hurt by injuries. Like you said, we've got a small squad. We're certainly looking to add in January. We've got some key business to do. We hope to have people like Alyssa back involved with us after her injury. So yeah, we're certainly looking forward, hoping that we can get some good stuff done in January to help us on the way.